In that period of self-guilt, I had a dream one day where I saw him and hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Very Beautiful Chaos. My name is Debola. How are you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to this very beautiful family, and I am glad that you're watching this video. To my older subscribers, thank you very much. I love you. Please, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do so right away. Your support means a lot to me. It's going to make a whole lot of difference. Thank you very much. So today's video is going to be as brief as possible because I'm going out in a few minutes, and I just said let me just do this video before I go. I've got appointment with my hairstylist, and it was so much well before I could even get this appointment. Getting a very good hairstylist in this place is like it's something else, and when you get one, they are either overbooked, so you just have to be patient. And what I'm going to do today is not actually to braid my hair. I just want her to style it for me because she said she cannot give me an appointment for braids this time. She has more than enough people, and my hair is a short afro. I went natural recently and I don't know how to manage it yet. Though I can comb it, I use the tangler. So if you know what to do to a short afro hair, please just put it in the comment section. Something that is easy to manage. I can style it at home and wear wig on it. And please don't recommend locks, because I was actually thinking of locking the hair, but I get bored easily. So if I lock the hair today and I wake up next week and I don't like this look again, so I don't recommend locks. But you know how to manage a short afro hair, because I can't even put it in a bun yet. It's that short. So I'll be going out in a few minutes. That's just that. The purpose of this video is just to rant. Is it to rant or just say what is? I actually don't know if it's ranting or saying what is on my mind. I don't know, but I just have a lot I want to say from my heart, and that's why I don't even have a note for today's video. I'll just be speaking from my heart. You know, this is my birthday week. My birthday is 17th of June. I'll be a year older, and for some reason that I know and some I don't even know, this year's birthday actually means so much to me, and it's coming with a lot of emotions, good and not so good at the same time. So the first one I'd like to talk about is grieving. I lost my dad on the 16th of October 2022, and to be honest, I don't think I've really taken it in as much as I'd like to. You know, when he died, when I got the news that he died, I don't know, I couldn't place it. But that morning, for some reason, it was a Sunday, I wasn't sleeping. I noticed that I was feeling unusually cold. The room was unusually cold. And then I got my sister's call. I was like, you know, when you lose a loved one, my dad is the very first closest person to me that I'm going to lose. It didn't sink in at first. Yeah, I knew that yeah, he's dead. That feeling was there. I knew that okay, this man is gone. But living with it, I didn't know the extent, like the depth of losing a loved one. In fact, I didn't cry at first, and my husband was scared, like, you just lost your dad, you're not crying. But later, that's why you should just always give people time to process their feelings, because if you saw me at that time, you think, oh, she's not pained that dad died. I was just trying to take it all in. But one thing that stood out that period was God told me that your dad's death is a report card. And I was like, report card? I even told my siblings, I told my mom, report card. And I started digging in, you know, in the place of prayer, what could this mean? I'm not going to be sharing the details of that, but I'll just give an overview, like a report card of how he lived his life, a report card of how you have been living your life. And the Lord started bringing, like highlighting some aspects of my dad's life to me. Like even the ones I wasn't there when they happened, the Lord started highlighting those aspects of his life to me. You know, the mistakes, the things he did right, the things I've learned from him, but I shouldn't have learned. You know, I started unlearning and learning certain things. You know, in fact, the Lord was making me realize the type of grace that was upon his life. It's just been a whole lot. And at times I would just wake up and I would just be crying because I still have our WhatsApp chats. At times I'll just pick my phone, you know, go over our chats over and over again, listen to his voice notes. I'm like, you can't be dead. You know, when one of my friends got the news, she said, no, that is the last person to die on earth. And you know, that's funny because how will someone be the last person to die on earth? But at the same time, that was just the type of energy my dad had when he was alive. Like, he's not dying anytime soon. It was just that type of person that you cannot even. So I don't even know if I should say that. Maybe I was expecting I was going to come back to life, because I did not just prepare myself. You know, when someone dies, you should brace yourself to live with their absence. I didn't brace myself for it. And you know, certain things will happen, and I'll just be like, oh, just let me ring my dad, and then it's down on me like, it's not here anymore. And it is not easy, to be honest. Grieving a loved one is not easy, and I don't want to grieve anyone close to me again this time. I don't want to. I don't want to because it is, I don't know how to describe it. On some days, you've accepted it, and you know, you're quoting scriptures, you're declaring the word of God over your mind. Oh yeah, the memory of the righteous is blessed, blah 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 blah. You know, some things God gave me in the place of prayer about instead, why he had to die and all of that. You know, the clarity, I started getting clarity about some things. So on some days, like, okay, on a Tuesday, I'm like, oh yeah, it's getting better, I'm going to live it out. And on Thursday, I was just be like, God, can you even see me? I'll be like, God, can you even see me? Can you feel this pain in my like just 2 days ago, I was just like, oh no, it's fine, I'm okay. And today, I'm like, I don't know, my dad back. I'm saying all this laughing now, but it's just been a roller coaster. Like, but one thing I'm really grateful for that came out of my dad's death is I've really grown in a short period of time. I've really had to mature very fast. I've really had to unlearn some things fast. Like the season I was in as at the time he died, it had to end abruptly, and I was ushered into another season. Like, there's just this maturity that I came into in few months, that if he was alive, I'm not even sure I can grow into that person in 3 years. I'm not sure, you know, I don't know. So as much as I know that it was not his time yet when he died, I know that quite well. It was not his time yet when he died. So at times I question God, why? Why did you take him now? Oh, if you're not the one that took him. You know, I had a lot of questions. And as I was getting clarity, getting answers to them, and I'm just trying to, I started saying the good part, the aftermath of his death. Like, if he did not die, you won't come into this, you won't come into that, you won't come into this. So if you're also grieving a loved one right now, the only thing I can tell you is take it one day at a time. The feeling never goes away. And for me, I'm reminded of my dad every day, because I have a daughter, and she would do some things at times, and I'll just find myself reacting the same way my dad used to react when we were younger. And I'll be like, no, come on, And my daughter can do certain things at times, and I'll be like, no, come on, it's my dad who do that. So if you're grieving a loved one, it's not going to be easy, to be honest. I don't need to lie to you. It's not easy. Some days will be so high, and some days you just feel low, you will lack energy and all of that. But one thing I can recommend is pray. Spend time in the place of prayer. Not prayer per se, yeah, prayer. But spend more than praying, spend time worshiping God. Spend time worshiping God. Spend time worshiping God. Or worshiping God, it lifts burden. That is one thing that I'm a testimony of. Worshiping God lifts burden. When we worship God, we exchange our heaviness with joy in His presence. So spend time worshiping. Spend time studying the Word of God. And even if you don't feel like studying the Word of God, just worship with your heart. And be free to ask questions. Be free to ask God questions. Why? And be free to tell God that I don't want to continue feeling this way. Of course, you're still going to remember them, but this feeling of guilt. And I didn't talk about, when he died, when his death started sitting in with me, I went into a phase of self-guilt. Like, I could have done better. I should have done this. I should have not done that, And I spoke with a therapist, and he told me that it is normal. It is normal that you no matter how close you were to someone, who died. If that person means so much to you, the moment they die, later or sooner, you're still going to come into this self-guilt. You're still going to say certain things like, I didn't do it right. I didn't do that right. And one thing he told me was that, but he said he has never died. Of course, no one has ever died and come back to life to live with us. He said, but one thing he believes is that if he's up here looking, he does not want me to be blaming myself. And in that period of self-guilt that I was constantly doing, in that period of self-guilt, I had a dream one day where I saw him and we were in the room together. And in that dream, he was ill. When he was alive, before he died, he was healed as well. So he was healed in that dream. He was not feeling well. So we're talking about his treatment. And he was about to leave the room. And I was like, Daddy, I'm sorry. And he said, no, I'm not angry at you. No, come on. In that dream, I was kneeling. I was kneeling now, because in my culture, we kneel down to greet elders or to apologize or to make requests. And he said, I'm not mad at you. I'm not angry at you at all. And I was like, then he held my chin up. Is that why you're sad? Is that why you're crying? And I woke up that morning. When I woke up from the dream, I just started crying. I cried all over again, like, come on. Why I quite know that it was not my dad I saw in that dream. God had to send me an angel in the image of my dad, because that period I was grieving him. So even if God had appeared to me himself in my dream, I might not believe it. So for God to console me, for God to comfort me, for God to lift that heaviness from me, He had to send me an angel in the image of my dad. And that took away the heaviness, the guilt I was feeling, that I could have done this better, I could have done that better. And I wouldn't have had that encounter if I was. So that's that for grieving. If you have ever grieved, or you're still grieving someone, you can share in the comment section what it was for you, what you did to feel better. Does the pain really go away? Because it's not even up to a year yet that my dad died. So how long has it been that you've been grieving someone, and how is it going? Just share it in the comment section. But aside that, I said at the beginning of the video that it's my birthday week, and it's coming with a lot of emotions, different, the good, the not so good. So that's the not so good, but it's very important I acknowledge and address it. The other ones I like to talk about is the good things. I'm looking back now and I'm grateful to God. I remember my birthday last year. This reminds me of my dad again. My birthday was okay. It was good. I had fun last year. My husband celebrated me, people celebrated me, some people sent me money, and all of that. But my dad did not call till 8 p.m. In the midst of everyone making me happy, my husband making me happy, my friends making me happy, my siblings making me happy, I was still waiting on my dad's call. Like, will this man not call me? Did this man forget my birthday? And that day when he called, he said certain things that annoyed me, and I was pleased, but I did not say anything. And now this year, I'm just wishing, like, can he just call? I'm just like, oh God, I don't even mind saying the annoying things to me. I don't even mind. I just wish he's here right now, but I know he's in a better place. So aside the grief, I'm grateful to God. God has been good to me. He has been marvelous to me. I've learned a lot. I'm going to do another video talking about the things I've learned in the last 1 year and how they've changed my perspective and how I relate with people. I'm just grateful to God. If I look back, I've been through so much in the last 1 year, to be honest. I've been tested, I've been tempted, I've gone through fire. To be honest, I've gone through fire in the last 1 year, aside my dad's death. Other things has happened. I've had other things happen to me that like brought me to my low. But how God has never left my side, how God has never let go of me, is something I'm always grateful for. And this year's birthday just means so much to me. I don't know, it means so much to me. Not that I'm going to throw a party, I don't like parties, but so God has been wonderful to me, and I cannot even deny it. I cannot pretend that He has not been good to me. He has been the one walking the journey with me. And He said, I will be with you through the fire, and that is my testimony. In the storm, He is there, and He's so intentional about showing how much He loves me each time. When a man loves a woman, he would want to do things to prove that, no, baby, I love you. Just for you to see, and that is how God is. God blows my mind each time. There will be some things that I don't even pray about. I'm just thinking about it, and it will just happen. And I'm like, no, God, I can't even say, God, why? Because I actually need that thing you did. And there are things I'll pray to God in details. I'll pray to God. I don't want to talk about some of them here. Like, I'll number them. God, I want you to do this, but in this thing, I want you to have this detail, this specification. I want this in it. And trust me, everything in it, God is going to do that. And there was something I asked God for last year, and God answered according to detail. So I was now going out a few days ago, then I saw someone else having that thing too, but it had another addition, like another detail. And in my mind, I was like, God, why did you give me the one that has that type of and then the Holy Spirit said to me that you did not ask. If you asked, I would. But that is how God has just been to me. It's just so intentional about proving to me, like, you, this girl, I love you too much. And God has healed me, because my health has been tried in the last few months, and God is just coming through. Like, so you're likely to be seeing this video on my birthday, which is June 17th, or probably June 16th. Either ways, either June 16th or June 17th, you're likely to be seeing this video and that day. And please say a word of prayer for me in your heart. Say a word of prayer for me. Thank you very much for staying with me. I'm late already. Yeah, my time is fast spent. So thank you very much for staying with me. If you're here to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe. Please subscribe. Make me happy. At least share this video. Let people watch. Use that to give me a birthday gift at least. Thank you very much. I love you, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.